This week, a man is beaten to death inside a busy subway station, and a city sanitation worker is found decapitated. Plus,
it was just allowed one shot, and kids started screaming, running around.
A teen is shot after a fight breaks out. Right now, Fox 5's Crime in the City. Here are the crimes across the 5 boroughs. We begin in downtown Brooklyn. That's where police say a man was brutally beaten to death inside a busy subway station in broad daylight as horrified commuters looked on. The suspect arrested in this case was allegedly carrying a samurai sword and the victim's credit cards.
Police say that the suspect punched, kicked, and stomped his victim to death.
All right, Fox 5's Sharon Crowley is in downtown Brooklyn with our top story at 5 tonight. Sharon.
Yeah, we are in downtown Brooklyn. We're actually at the J Street Metrotech subway station right here on Willoughby and Bridge Street in downtown Brooklyn. And it's hard to believe that this happened about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, because this is a really busy subway station. In fact, the victim who was killed, already people have left flowers and some candles here at this subway station. Now, let me tell you what we know right now. Police say the man you see in this picture is the man that they were looking for, and they do have a suspect in custody believed to be responsible for the attack. He was arrested last night in Times Square. Police say yesterday afternoon, about 3 o'clock, police officers responded to 911 calls and found the victim, who has not been identified yet because they haven't notified his family. They found the victim unconscious and unresponsive with trauma to his body. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition, where he later died. Then police immediately releasing this picture of the man they were looking for. Police commissioner says using technology, they sent it to police officers' phones all over the city, and he was picked up in Times Square hours later. Now, I spoke with some subway riders who use this station very frequently, and they told me that some of them were here shortly after this happened.
A lot of police officers around, but like more than usual. So, you know, I had to walk over there to just get into the subway. And then I just realized that someone just was killed, because I don't know why. I mean, I was looking online, and yeah, that's insane.
So dangerous.
Terrible, bad. It's getting dangerous, you know. Some crazy stuff are happening all over the States. So, you know, just keep you know, looking around. Just be careful. Look at your surrounding. That's what I usually do.
And back here live, you can see some people have left flowers and a few candles where this murder happened at a subway station in downtown Brooklyn yesterday. As we said, police believe they have a suspect in custody. No charges have happened yet, but as soon as we get more information, of course, we will bring it to you.
We now head to Flushing, Queens, where a man has been charged with murder, attempted murder, and arson after allegedly killing his mother-in-law, stabbing his teenage brother-in-law, and setting their family home on fire during a violent rampage.
In Queens, a woman's dead and a teen boy hurt from a stabbing attack. The suspect then allegedly set the victim's home on fire.
Fox 5's Jessica Famoso is in Flushing after talking to the victim's family.
I only heard like loud yelling, and then they yelled like quite a bit, so I came out to find out what exactly is happening.
Yelling that was coming from the first floor of this multi-family home on Smart Street in Flushing, Queens. Police say just before 4 p.m. on Thursday, a 27-year-old man stabbed his 50-year-old mother-in-law and 17-year-old brother-in-law multiple times. The mother-in-law did not survive. These two family members, who did not want to show their faces on camera, say they live in the bottom floor of the home.
I just saw my cousin sitting on the stairs bleeding, like with a paper towel holding up to his head, like trying to stop the bleeding with blood all over him.
According to investigators, after stabbing both family members, the suspect then set a fire in one of the bedrooms before attempting to kill himself by slashing his wrists.
Everybody was panicking, and when they asked me to open the door. When I opened the door and went in, I saw my aunt on the floor, and then they said there was a guy with a knife inside, so I went out.
The relatives say the suspect, who is married to their cousin, had been and drinking. Police sources tell Fox 5 the suspect and his wife are going through a hard time, possibly in the middle of getting a divorce. When police arrived, they found the suspect with a knife in hand. They tased him before taking him into custody. 8 police officers who rushed inside this home upon arrival were taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. They are all expected to be okay. According to police, the 17-year-old victim remains in the hospital in stable condition. As for the suspect, he too was taken to the hospital. Charges against him are pending at this hour.
Down in East Flatbush, an officer-involved shooting resulted in a suspect's death after a confrontation with police.
Right, and an investigation is underway after NYPD officers shoot and kill a man also in Brooklyn in East Flatbush.
That's right. Police say that they opened fire after chasing the suspect down, who then refused to drop his gun. Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini has the story.
Police say it all started with a 911 call about a domestic incident not too far from here. Officers say they then confronted a man who was armed with a weapon. After a chase, they say they were forced to shoot him. He died as a result. A police photo shows the firearm recovered at the scene. The NYPD says a woman called 911 this morning, reporting a man who she had some kind of history with was outside her home. Officers responded and found a man who matched the description she had given when she called 911. He fled, and officers followed him to the area of Coventry Road and East 86th Street here in East Flatbush. They say they repeatedly asked him to put down his weapon, and he didn't. The man was shot by police. Officers say they tried to save his life by bringing him to a nearby hospital, but he died. We talked to people in the neighborhood about the incident, now under investigation.
Is it common to see this around here?
No. My neighborhood is a safe and quiet. We don't see cops on our block.
Just heard the gunshot, came out, and just saw police activity.
Have you lived in the area for a long time?
Over 20 years.
Are you surprised?
Very surprised, because this doesn't happen over here.
When they encountered him, he had a firearm in his hand, and they ordered him. He was ordered numerous times, multiple times, to drop that weapon. After repeated warnings were given to drop his weapon, and the subject did not comply with those orders, the subject was shot once in his chest. We immediately rendered aid to that subject and transported him by patrol car to Kings County Hospital, where he was subsequently pronounced deceased. A loaded revolver was recovered on the scene.
Police say the exact relationship between the woman and the man is unknown, but under investigation. They do say that they had a history of domestic incidents, and the NYPD said the woman was in the process of getting an order of protection. The entire matter now under investigation.
We now travel to Staten Island, where a city sanitation worker was found stabbed and decapitated.
A disturbing story out of Staten Island. The New York Post is reporting that a city sanitation worker was stabbed, reportedly decapitated, by the son of his girlfriend. The victim, 45 years old, found dead inside a home on Cary Avenue in West Brighton. Police say a 19-year-old man has been arrested. Charges are pending right now.
Up in the neighborhood of Chelsea, a man is rushed to the hospital after being stabbed. An NYPD officer was also injured in this case.
Meanwhile, we're following some breaking news right now. A person is in custody after a stabbing in Chelsea. Police say a 21-year-old male stabbed another 21-year-old male inside of Sally's Beauty on 6th Ave and 17th Street. That's when police arrived. They attempted to intervene. One officer was slashed in the hand. The victim and the cop were taken to the hospital in stable condition, and no charges have been filed just yet.
And finally, we end in Hollis Hills, Queens. That's where a 16-year-old boy was shot in the chest during a fight that broke out among a group of teenagers.
And a shooting rattles a neighborhood in Queens. The victim, a 16-year-old boy.
All right, that teen is in stable condition, but those in the area tell our Jessica Formoso that they have never seen a crime like this unfold in the community.
Steve and Natasha, it all began here on Springfield Boulevard and Union Turnpike. Surveillance video shows a group of teenagers fighting. Police say one of the teens was shot in the chest. You see that teenager going across the street to the gas station only to come back across looking for help. Take a look at this surveillance video obtained by Fox 5. Police say the shooting happening just after 2:45 p.m. You see an MTA bus approaching the bus stop. A bunch of teenagers get off. You also see another group of teenagers coming up the block, heading towards the intersection of Springfield Boulevard and Union Turnpike. A fight breaks out, the scuffle lasting a few seconds. One of the teens is shoved to the ground, and then gunshots. Everyone who was there at the time starts to run in different directions, including the victim, who goes across the street to the gas station. He is then seen coming back across, where a group of teens tried to help him. Police say the 16-year-old was shot in the chest. He was conscious and alert when transported to the hospital. Tonight, authorities say he is in stable condition. The NYPD believes the suspect was among the crowd of teenagers. Now, this area here is filled with businesses. Many business owners heard the gunshot. They say when school is let out, things get chaotic with teens fighting, but that's the extent of it. They've never witnessed anyone getting shot in this neighborhood.
It was just a loud one shot, and kids started screaming, running around.
Seriously, I'm scared. Yeah, when I heard the gunshot, I'm scared because there could be probably anyone. It's
a beautiful neighborhood. Don't get me wrong, when the kids come out, it gets a little hectic. But for the most part, this is a beautiful neighborhood, great neighborhood, and, you know, it's sad to see this is happening out here.
And the suspect, police say, fled the scene. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 1-800-577-TIPS.
That's this week's Crime in the City. Subscribe for more at youtube.com/Fox5NY.